It's a heart day today. So thank you all for joining us. Did everybody who's in store get a ticket? Okay, I don't see any hands that say they haven't, so that's great. Folks joining us from home, for your entry for the prize drawing, we're going to do a keyword today of love. If you want to advance that, Steve. Oh, to the next slide. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. So our keyword today for those joining us from home is love. And again, we're just doing a little nod to Valentine's throughout the morning. We have a lot to go over today, and so we'll try to pack it in, but keep things moving for you all. But we are doing the keyword love. So next slide. The bosses are away. They're enjoying a much needed vacation. They left us in charge, and so we're going to have a little fun. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. So we are doing a couple of sales while they're out. So you can advance to the next slide. We're doing the Bosses Away sale starting today, and that's going to run until the 15th, which is next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. And we're going to do something different each day. So we'll be posting it on Facebook in the mornings, see what our in-store special is each day. Also through it is machine sales. We have taken additional markdowns on every machine on the floor, and we'll go into some of the Janome and Brothers specials here in a little bit, but we have additional markdowns on top of what the manufacturer's promotions are for this month. And then we're going to feel the love with a mini bolt sale. Everybody's been asking, are you doing a bolt sale? So next Friday, 1 week from today, February 14th, on Valentine's, come in here to this classroom. We'll have some mini bolts and some panels pulled, and we'll be doing that. So we're going to let that cat out of the bag. That's next Friday's special. So currently for today and tomorrow, we've been doing this all week. We are doing, oops, I got ahead of myself. Oh, maybe they did. Go back one. There we go. We're doing the Super Bowl yardage quarterback sale. So Super Bowl Sunday, it's coming up. It's kind of football's on our minds. So our fabric quarterback sale is for every yard that you purchase with 1 yard minimum on those, you will save 25% off on that fabric. So today and tomorrow still. And at the end of the day, Saturday, everybody who we've been keeping track all week of the yardages purchased, she or he who has the most yardage gained, football nod, haha, the person with the most yardage will win a Super Bowl ring, which is a jelly roll. So we've got somebody, maybe it's you, we'll see by the time we're done here today and tomorrow, with the most yardage accumulated will get this free jelly roll. So that's exciting. And then again, we talked about the mini bolt sale. And then into some of those manufacturer promotions, Janome is doing a red tag sales event. They have marked down all of the prices on the various machines. And then, like I said, with the bosses being away, we've just sort of increased that savings even more beyond the red tag sales event. And then Janome is also doing a Valentine's Day giveaway. And there's a QR code on the poster. They're giving away a $66.50 to one lucky winner. And we have the poster here, normally posted by the registers, but I'll pass this around. If you guys want to scan, you can input your contact information. And I believe it's March 3rd. Yep, March 3rd. Kimberly Imo will be doing a live for Janome where they draw one winner from all the Janome dealers and picking that winner of that machine. So we'll pass that around. We'll have it at the register after the social if you want to wait and enter that giveaway then. And then Janome is doing some special Valentine's Day financing. Their Valentine's financing event is February 4th through the 19th. So it's live right now. 0% on 18 months with a minimum of $2,000, 48 months at 0% on a $3,500 purchase, and over $5,000 is a 60-month 0% financing offer from Janome. So really, really good time when you combine the red tag sale, the Bosses Away sale, and the financing to get a new Janome. If you're looking at a new Brother, they are doing directly from Brother a promotion on the PR1 with a thread set bundled in perfect together with the PR1, and you would get that for free. We have our bundles on the 6 needle and the 10 needle, as well with the stand and the cap frames. So if you're looking at a multi-needle, it's a good time. On our flatbed machines, we also have incredible savings on the Bosses Away sale. And Brother is doing their financing event February 7th through the 17th. And they're also offering a 0% financing offer, 48 months on a minimum purchase of $5,000 and 60 months on an $8,000 purchase. So if you're looking at that new EV1 or new Stellaire or one of the multi-needles, also another really good time to purchase from Brother.
Barbara wants to know if we have any crab material.
Crab material? No, I don't know that we do. There was a question, do we have any crab material? And I don't know that we do. We have some other beachy and seagulls and sand, but I don't know about specifically crab, unfortunately. So that kind of takes us through our machine sales events. And then special events in the classroom. We have a really busy month this month, despite Ann and Rick enjoying some sunshine. Of course, today is the social. We're all here now enjoying it. Wednesday the 12th is From the Heart, block 6 for the block of the month. Ann got the videos put together before she left. I'll be leading folks in her stead through that next Wednesday on the 12th. Wednesday the 19th is Sewing and Embroidery Clubs. It's a combined class. There have been a lot of questions about it, so I just wanted to sort of clarify some things. It's for the point of view table topper pattern. It's a 17-inch. It also would make like a really nice door wreath if you put a little loop or hanger on the top. And Steve, if you're able to pull the side camera up so that folks at home can see that a little bit better. Okay, yep, there it is. So what we do is we pick a center fabric and then we build out prairie points. So it makes a star that goes around. And I started one, we did that Fat Quarter Challenge back at New Year's. And so with that Fat Quarter, I started one of the point of views where I just echo quoted around those wine bottles. And then I started building out the prairie points. So that kind of gives you an idea of how this begins to come together. And so what we're doing is a dragonfly theme. And folks who are in Sewing Club will get a dragonfly panel piece for their center motif. And folks with the embroidery machines that want to embroider instead will have a dragonfly design to embroider. So either way, we're going to do the dragonfly. And I'll set this here. You can get the side camera. So you can pick either or. So even if you have embroidery, if you prefer to do the panel piece, register for Sewing Club. And then we have these fabrics to make our star points with. So that's something that you can just watch the class for free and not get the materials, or if you want the kit that gives you the panel piece or a piece of the blue grunge and then all the prairie point pieces, that's a $45 kit. But those options are available on the website. So I hope that clarifies what that class is a little bit. And then we have on February 21st, Open Sew, and Darla, who's here this morning, she was here for the last Open Sew, and you had commented, Darla, that you were really glad to get some input on.
I made napkins.
She did. Yep, she made napkins, and that's for your son and daughter-in-law. Is that correct?
My daughter-in-law's
Yep, for her daughter-in-law. So hopefully she's not watching.
She's not watching.
Okay, I don't want to ruin a surprise. But she was serging these napkins and had some questions on how to do that. And Anne was able to work alongside her.
It was
And
great to have that help because I had a couple
Yep.
of problems.
yeah, and she helped you work through those problems. And so that's the goal of the open sew, is anything that you're working on that you're like, I'm really stuck. And like Donna this morning asked about doing an applique project and was asking for some help, and I'm going to give her some tips later this morning. But again, the open sew is a great time for those projects that I'm really stumped on. I need to do this. How do I do it?
Okay, so I could come to the open sew.
You could.
and get more in-
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's, and then plus it's fun, if you get some other folks, we're all sitting here enjoying the social time this morning. Why not have some social time while we sew? That'll be at 10 a.m. It'll be 10 to 2, and that's Friday the 21st. I had to double check the date. And then we have on Wednesday, February 26th, it's a virtual event. It's intended to be enjoyed from the comfort of your own home. It's a block party by Dime. And if you want to go to the next slide, I have a little more details up on that, and I'll pass this around as well. Dime makes those magnetic hoops. We've demoed them at past socials. Some of you guys have those already. We have some here in the store. And also, we just heard exciting news earlier this week that OESD has purchased Dime, and they're now going to be one. So they're bringing both of those companies and the best of both of those companies under one umbrella. But if you go and click on classes and events on our webpage, and there's a drop down for by date, and you go to February 26th, you'll see the listing for the Dime virtual event. You click on that. It'll register you directly with Dime, and you'll get the link to watch the video. And we'll be sending out emails about that as well coming up, but I'll pass that around if anybody wants more info. So we're excited to see what they're doing, and they're calling it a mini block party. So we're going to see how they go about some of the piecing in the hoop and using the Dime hoops, and it should be interesting and something different to enjoy.
Is that only embroidery machines?
It is. The Dime hoops are only embroidery machines, but it's, if you don't have an embroidery machine, it's still worth watching it just to see what they do and say, "Ooh, I want to do that." Definitely. Okay. And then if we can. Okay, and we've mentioned this before, but I wanted to put it out there again just to mark your calendars. We have a busy summer planned with shop hops. We're doing the Mid-Atlantic Shop Hop, which is both June. No, I think that's wrong. I think it's July and August is the Mid-Atlantic Shop Hop. And then we'll be doing the Allegheny Mountain Shop Hop in July as well. And then the One Stop Shop Hop, which is part of the Allegheny Mountain, will be in September. So mark your calendars for that. A lot of fun. We'll be getting books in for the Mid-Atlantic for the passport purchases and the listing of all the shops. And then we have so much new fabric. I'm sure you guys saw all of this behind me here. And Steve's going to move the camera so the folks at home can see a little bit. We have a ton of new fabric. And it was like, how do we even begin to show this without just bringing it in and showing it? So with this fabric, I'll start here with this one. We have a covered bridge line, and there's just so many new panels. And this one also has a larger panel and yardage. Show you that one, because it's just panel after panel. Steve's been busy on a ladder hanging them, and Ellen and Lisa have been cutting panels apart and getting everything labeled. It says there is, yep. So hopefully that's coming through for those online too. Of course, we have the Dragonfly yardage and the Dragonfly panel that we showed for the point of view tabletopper class, but we have that panel that's new. We have this line from Moda, and It's a barnyard theme, and there's animals in my barn. It's a kid's book. And here's the panel to make the book, and there's all the little removable shapes and flip the flaps, and so that's a really cute one. Somebody did the casserole carrier with that fabric line last month, and that turned out really nice. We have this line with the butterflies and hydrangeas, and we're waiting for the center panel. This big panel I'm going to open up shows what the quilt would look like put together with the panel that you can purchase, and then the piecing with the yardage. And it's just, let me get it the right way, absolutely stunning. So we've got that. And Lisa, I might just hand this to you real quick. And then they also have some pre-cuts available in that line. There's some fat quarter packs and some of the 10-inch squares as well. There's flamingos and pineapples and flowers. And then here's a patriotic line. This is a Moda line. What's that? Oh, okay. That was a question for me. I'm sorry. Red, white, and bloom. It's a Deb Strain line. So there's the, whoops. Guess what? We put the clip through both sides.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. It is pretty. And there is, I'm just going to do that so I can open it up. There we go. So it's just a little bit different, just a nice patriot panel with that. And there is a pattern. So we'll be getting a couple of kits put together for Happy 4th. That goes with that. And then, let's see. We'll go to the next patriotic line up here. This one is Barnes with the flags and the red truck and the blue truck that everybody likes, and of course the coordinating yardage for that line. While we're on the patriotic theme, we have this one from Venertex, Faith, Family, Freedom. So there's that one. So a lot to work on for our summer sewing and these new lines. We have this line that I absolutely love, and it's a panel. This is a Northcott with a 3 deer. And to make that even more appealing, this has a wall hanging kit. We're going to put this on the long arm and get it quilted for you, but this is what the kit would make. Again, we have those, but that's what that looks like put together. So we do have,
That's just a panel.
this is a panel to show what the finished piecing looks like. It's a shop display panel. And to make that with the little panel that I showed with the deer, we do have a couple of those already kitted up, ready to go. There's strawberries, which are absolutely delicious looking. I'm ready for summer. I really am. And then we have this line with a crackle background and nice garden themed little motifs. So, and then we have this Three Sisters line that's new. I'm right in front of it, with all of these pretty peaches and turquoises, and it's just very soft. And we got, it's Sandalwood by Three Sisters, and we have the 5-inch charm pack and that as well. And last but not least on the new fabric is this lavender lemonade. It's a Susan Wingate. It's lemons and it's purple. Most of you probably know me by now. I love purple. I love purple. So this one really appealed to me, but there is an apron panel
Oh, isn't that cute?
to make a nice little apron. And then there is a placemat panel where you can make 4 placemats out of the panel. If you have a larger table setting, grab 2 panels, quickly do that. Or there is a pattern available where you use the placemats and you just cut them down into a square, and that gives you that pattern. And of course, we have all of the fabrics and the border print and coordinating yardage. And we also have the 5-inch. This one is what the 5-carat crystals. It's a different name per brand, if it's a charm pack or 5-carat crystals or whatever, but we have the 5-inch stack in that. So I'm really excited about all of these fabric lines. And going back to our fabric quarterback sale with 25% off yardage, that
was going to be my question.
counts on all of this. So when we're done, let's rate it, and then we'll be getting it out on the floor here this afternoon and off of the display behind me in the classroom. So it's just, it was too much to try to put up a couple pictures. We had to get it out in person. So we have that. And then Hoop Sisters, I know we showed this last month, but it's still one of their newer designs. And since we are going Valentine's with our thinking, this is the Hoop Sisters Hugs and Kisses tiny topper, which is this one, or they also have a wall hanging where it's an X and a heart with an arrow and then the O with the border. So that's a digital file. We do have kits for both of those. We'll put that under the camera there. And then since we're thinking ahead in spring and we're over this, am I the only one over the snow? Is everybody else over the snow? Yep. No, never into the snow. So this is a new digital dealer exclusive from Hoop Sisters, and it is called Poppies and Petals. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the 3D element of the flowers. Now, the other day, Nancy was in, and I was showing her the covered bridges panels and that real big one with the saying on it, and you have all that green grass. She said, "Oh, this calls for 3D flowers." And I thought, what a great idea to take some of the 3D flowers from this Poppies and Petals and merge it into the panel. So there's just some outside of the box thinking and some things that we can do with that. So that here too for the folks at home to get a close up of the poppies and yep, and the butterflies, that there's a little butterfly up here and then the little mug rug, those are the bonus files that go with it. And this is one that's not available on Hoop Sisters website. It's a dealer exclusive, so you would have to get it through us or that type of thing. And then if we go to the next slide, those of you that are on Hoop Sisters mailing lists, I'm sure, or if you follow them on Facebook, you've seen they've just been pumping out pattern after pattern. One's prettier than the next. So they have Spring Things, Birds in Bloom, and Serendipity that are all new ones. What we're doing with those, instead of getting the digital file directly from us, we're using the affiliate link. So you'd go to superstitch.com, scroll down to the bottom of our homepage, and there's a big red bar for affiliate links. You click that, it takes you to Hoop Sisters website, but it's notifying them that you routed through our shop. So it helps support your local shop while doing that purchase through the Hoop Sisters webpage, as opposed to just going directly to hoopsisters.com. So we encourage you to use the affiliate link for that. And then Kimberbell, we've talked about the DDE, the mystery quilt wallflower, and we've shown you guys some of those blocks and samples. And Lisa has been very busy cutting up fabric and put together some fabric kits. So if you want to make the wallflower mystery quilt, all of the fabrics that you need, except for the sashing and borders, are in this packet. This is for all the blocks. We don't have the recommended fabric that they gave us, and we can't see what it looks like to pick a good substitute. So we figured, you know what, let's just do what we have for the blocks, and then you can pick your sashing and borders once we all know what it looks like, because none of us know what the final wallflower will look like, but we do have that kit available. We also got in the embellishment kits. We had shown you ours that we had that we had worked on our sample, but this has all the buttons and all the mylars and the jelly. What's that called, Ellen? Jelly something. The 3D flower, the download is $35, and she can get that through the website or in store, that we can put it on a USB if you bring yours, or we have the USBs here. So now if you want to hop in on the DDE, it's not too late, and we've got what you need to make it happen. We'll pass those around for you. And then they have a new design that just released. It's hopping down the bunny trail. A lot of us have made the bench pillows in the past where we have that bench pillow form. So this is a really cute Easter themed. And because we just got it in, we didn't get too far, but Ellen started stitching out the first couple blocks so far that go on that bench pillow. And there's a little interactive 3D bunny that if you have a child in your life, they can play with as they're sitting there and move the bunny around various aspects. So we'll pass these 2 blocks around for everybody to see. That is the bench pillow. Yep, that is the bench pillow. It's hopping down the bunny trail. And then to go with hopping down the bunny trail, we have the CD that has the files, and I'll pass it around so everybody can see it closer. They, of course, have the embellishment kit with the glitter grass, and there's some jute and buttons and zippers and mini clothespins. And then one of my favorite parts of this, the mini quilts, and I know a lot of you have done those, the April mini quilt. And in fact, if you want to grab that, Lisa, since it's right outside the door there. It's the 12-inch with the Easter eggs. While she grabs that. Can she find it? Let me grab it. Okay, this one. So this was on the mini quilt from last year, and that was the Easter themed. So what they did for this hopping down the bunny trail, and like I said, this is my favorite part of the whole thing, in the embellishment kit is a tiny little panel that is this mini quilt that goes on your bench pillow. And then, of course, we have the fabric kits. Ellen got those put together. But I'll pass that with it. But when you peek in, see, there's the little. So I think that's just a really cute little detail that Kimber Bell has added with that. And then let's go ahead and advance to the next slide. Okay, now we are ready for a demo. So we are doing Valentine's. Again, it's our love month here. We are doing Valentine's fat quarter roses, which look really pretty in a vase done up as a rose bouquet. It's also a really nice gift if you have somebody in your quoting group or a friend that you want to just give a Valentine rose to. So our demo this morning and your free fat quarter this morning is to make a Valentine rose. So I'm going to pass out some supplies as we go around the room. Take a little rubber band. You can take a fuzzy or bigger hair tie band if you want. As you can see, like, shows better on this purple one where I just put that over for a little decorative. You don't have to, though, if you use just the small little rubber band. You want to grab a shish kebab skewer. I can't talk. And a Valentine fat quarter. So we're going to start passing this around. So You can grab one of each. And what I'll do,
Ooh, look at this. They're
they're even tiny little, and I'm going to grab about half of everything. Yep. And I'm going to grab a handful of these. Yeah, if you just give me one of those cones, maybe one more. There we go. And then I'm going to start the rest of these in the back half of the room just to get everything distributed quicker. So I'm going to take one of everything and pass those along. And then we'll get the demo started once everybody has everything. While we're waiting and getting everything passed around, are there any questions on any of the information that we've gathered so far? Okay, let's not all talk at once. Nope. No questions? All right. Who's excited for the Super Bowl? Anybody? Yep. I see some hands sitting. You know what? I think that sounds like a perfect use of the day. No parties? Nobody's taking their carriers to any of the parties? No? There you go.
Which I got. It's called quilt wine.
Quilt wine.
Yeah, I should have brought it.
That sounds really cool.
It's beautiful. It's got a quilt star on it, and it's literally called quilt. My daughter bought it.
Well, you'll have to let us know how it is.
When it's done.
Yeah.
Flowers in it. Put it on my phone.
Perfect. Or you could put some fat quarter roses in it. Yeah, you could put some fat quarter roses in it. Also, while we're kind of in the lull, while we're getting everything passed around, a lot of people asked me about my jacket this morning. It's one I purchased. It's one that I purchased. But Sandy, do you want to come up here for a second? Sandy is our resident jacket lady. Out of sweatshirts. And do you remember a few months ago we had that one, and we said the person wasn't here that morning who made it. Well, this is Sandy who made it. Yep. So we're still. Yep.
So I'll write up directions.
Yep. So we're still looking at getting that scheduled as a class, and the one that you're wearing this morning is one that you did make.
Yes, this is a pattern that Mill Creek Sewing and Vacuum was doing. And they have where you make the base jacket and then they sell the patterns to put on the base jacket. But the base jacket was too much work. So I modified
She
it.
did her own base jacket.
Sweatshirt, like the one
Yep.
she sewed in October. So I'll show you how to make
Yeah. So
sweatshirt jackets.
I know that there's been a lot of interest in that. So we are still working with Sandy on that. We'll keep everybody posted, but that's something fun. And I want to make one too. I want to take your class. What's that? I actually ordered it from eBay. I saw it about 10 years ago and I saved it in my search history because I loved it. And it was finally came up. Yes.
There was a lady that came in here a couple months ago and she made a jacket out of animals.
Yes. That is the lady who was just up here. Yep, we're going to do a class. Yes.
About the DDE fabric.
The price. Okay. The Kimberbell DDE fabric kit and embellishment kit. There were a couple of questions on the pricing of that. What is? And then I think it's 38. Okay. $34.98 for the DDE embellishment kit and $50 on the fabric kit for that. And then it's $99 for the files for the year. That was a question that came up from one of our home viewers. Okay, so does everybody have their fat quarters and their skewers? Oh, the rubber bands are coming back.
Okay. Wait, so you either need one like this.
You could do either or. Yep, or both. The question was which rubber bands to.
It's one or the other.
You could use either or both. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Okay, so seeing that we're just about through getting those passed around, why don't we go ahead and watch the video demo of how to make. Yep, go ahead and click.
For our demo, we are going to make some Valentine roses, which would be very nice to give to your friends or fellow co-creators or guild members or just to put on display. And it's just using a fat quarter. So to get started, to gather our supplies, we need fat quarters in rose-like colors, some hair wraps or some sort of ribbon or string that might coordinate with it, just some regular rubber bands and some shish kebab skewers.
I said it right on the
So
video.
to get started, we're going to take our fat quarter and we're going to want to open it up entirely so that we have
Go for it.
our long length of it going this way, and the way that the fat quarters that we have here at the store are already folded in that direction. So we're going to just fold it in half one more time, and we want the salvage over here on our right hand side.
So salvage on your right.
Once again, so we have a nice narrow little strip that's about 2 to 2.5 inches wide by the length of that fat quarter, that 20-inch length. So to get started, okay, so to get started, we're going to fold the salvage edge down. We want to start with the salvage edge at the center of our rose. We're going to fold it down, making that little triangle. And then we're going to take our shish kebab skewer, and we're going to just tuck it in. And then we're going to begin rolling it nice and tightly. And we can go ahead and turn this so that we can work a little bit better with it. And we're just going to carefully start rolling. Every so often, if you want to, you can lift it up, make a little pleat, and then continue rolling. That just adds a little extra dimension to our finished rose, but it's not a necessary step. You can just roll it if you prefer. So again, I'm going to make another pleat. I'm going to keep rolling, looking at that edge of that pleat. Now, as we approach the end here, we have this edge that we need to deal with. So we want to fold this raw edge down towards the bottom, making one more triangle. And that's going to give us a nice finished final wrap. And hide that raw edge and tuck it inside of our rose. And we've finished rolling it. Now, holding this in place, I'm going to take my rubber band. And it's just an office supply rubber band that I'm using today. You could get the little clear hair gummies.
Which is what you guys have, are the little hair ones.
But we just want to make that nice and secure. And that's just holding that fat quarter rose on our skewer. To cover this, I have a coordinated
flat surface,
little band here that we can put over just to make it look a little more polished. Okay. And there we go. And so there's our basic shape of the rose. Now, what we can do if we want to is just start working our way around that outside layer. And we can fold this as many times as we're able to manipulate it. And then when we get to the point that it's too hard, we can stop. And with that, you have a beautiful fat quarter rose ready to present to your friend or to put in your vase along with your other roses. So we'll go ahead and add it with our others. And we are forming a beautiful bouquet of fat quarter roses for your Valentine.
Okay. All right. So a couple of people doing it, and I know I saw Karen's where your rose is sliding down the skewer. So you really need to get that top started tightly. But even if it slides down, if you just pull it out and just try to stick it in another little spot, you'll eventually find a spot that it'll catch and hold. Or you can go back and just try to roll it a little bit tighter. There, yeah. And it's just, folding that edges down. And this is the one that was done in the video where you can see I just folded it until it looked, and they all look pretty.
Are they supposed to stagger or be all together?
Well, it's all together when you start, but then as you start rolling it back, it kind of
Oh, I see.
staggers a little
Okay.
bit. And just like that, we have over 24 roses here in the classroom. Truly shows that many hands make light work, right? But hopefully you all enjoy your fat quarter rose and you have your fat quarter for coming this morning and kind of dovetailed into a little hands-on fun, quick little project. And if anybody's really struggling, we can get together afterwards and help you finish that off. And you can fold it again and start. That's the beauty. You can start over. Yeah. All right. So we have hit the point in the morning where we're ready for our show and tell. And our first show and tell is Darla Crow, who is here with us. But she gifted this already. So Darla, do you want to speak a little bit to what you did? And Steve, if you can click ahead.
So I made these stockings and I made them in the hoop. So I created this design in Artistic Digitizer and did the sock part of it and then the top. And then I joined them together and put a piping in there. The piping matches the lining.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and she designed everything from scratch. So it was a in the hoop project that she did, but she designed it using the Artistic Digitizer, the Genome software, and then she put it in the hoop on her CM17. And when she brought them in to show us the day we took the pictures, the quilting was just absolutely exquisite because it was all done in the hoop with the help of the digitizer laying out where her stippling was going. And she was able to add each of the names. And but they were a gift, so she was going to be presenting them prior to this morning. So we did the photographs. So that's Darla Show and Tell. Thank you. And here's your extra show and tell entry. And now we're ready for everybody else who has something with them this morning. Do you want to start down here? Did you bring one? Come on up.
I'm ready for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, isn't that cute? Can I take it up front and hold it up? It's a St. Patrick's Day kitty. And I will put it under the camera here, Steve, if you can show it to our friends at home. Okay. All right. That's beautiful. Thank you. Oh, another one.
I also made a table topper.
Ooh. And I'll take that up and put it under the camera as well. Another St. Patrick's Day. See, this is that forward spring thinking. I love it. We'll put that under there that Steve can grab that.
That's for sweet pea. Okay.
This is a sweet pea design. That's beautiful. Thank you. Marcia, do you have one? Okay, Marcia's going to come on up. She did it. She did it. Here's her tiny topper. And there is the coordinating wall hanging. And both of those designs are on that same download. Oh, is that gorgeous?
That's for my grandson and his girlfriend.
Oh, perfect Valentine's gift. I will give you that. Thank you. Her grandson.
You said your grandpa and his girlfriend. I'm like, whoa. Oh, my
Yeah, that works. All right. What do we have, Mary Ellen?
I have a little table runner.
Ooh.
It was from my pattern that had snowmen that I had for February. So I just traded out the colors and did instead of a snowman, I put the hearts there.
And I love the little heart buttons too.
Yeah, I made some patching placements.
That is gorgeous.
And your points are right on.
you.
She is right on point.
After doing the exploding heart.
Yeah.
You got them down.
That's right. And then Darla's we already saw on the thing. Sue, I'm excited for you to show what you have. So, and it wasn't in a cardboard shoebox this morning, so it's not a critter today.
I'm gonna pass it around. It's material and stuff.
And you know what? So, real quick before you start passing it, let's throw it under the overhead camera so that folks at home can get a good view of that, and then we'll pass it around the room. Am I in an okay spot, Steve? Oh, you're not letting somebody keep it? That's awesome.
This is a really good design.
That's an Anita good design.
Oh, that is less fleuret.
Ooh. That's probably my best guess too.
And you can make, individual panels or all together.
So that's beautiful.
Try to use the pre-made, the embroidered binding. It wouldn't work. I had to fudge it. It doesn't fit it for just one. It's intended for the whole, all three. Yeah, I did.
Yep. That's gorgeous. Yeah, we'll just throw it down. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And we have that. Folks at home can see the beautiful flowers and the details. And if we slide it up this way, you can see the little bit of the vases too. And all of this in between is a stitched, that's not on the fabric, that's stitched. It's gorgeous. Congrats, Sue. Thank you. Let's get you your ticket. Peggy, do you have one this morning?
First, I have a table runner.
All right, a table runner. I'll hold it. Oh, that's really pretty. Love the colors.
Stash. It's from my stash.
Yep, can you turn this way so that the gals over there can see?
I'm sorry.
And we can throw it under the overhead too. And that way folks at home can see that. It's beautiful. And then, Lisa, are you able to come up and give her a hand real quick?
I went to this seminar for modern quilts, which would not, oh, the cat was on it. Which is different. When they quilt, they just quilt in straight lines, and I couldn't stand it because some of these aren't perfect, and that drove me nuts. So I had them do circles on it. But usually they'd use their walking foot, and everything is straight and it's different.
It's beautiful.
But anyway.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you see orange? There's a peach, a pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. That end off of the floor.
Yeah, sorry, it's got cat.
There's something about cats and quilts, right?
Why do they like quilts so much?
Well, because they know it's a source of warmth.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Thank you. And I put your ticket for your show and tell by your seat. Okay, Glenn's coming up. And Karen, okay. A combined effort. It's always fun to see what you guys have. Take your time. We're good. I'm going to hold the mic so that folks can hear you.
Oh, higher.
Higher, higher.
Oh, yeah, we're going to turn it because it's quilted with something.
You can see there's little bears.
We came up with a bear pattern on the background,
Yeah, you can see it better on the back.
And we'll leave it out so you guys can see it, but.
And we'll
There's-
put it under
there's-
the
there's
overhead
little
too.
Teddy bears all throughout the stippling on the back
Yep.
side. It's not one of the preloaded ones in the machine, so we added
Designed
it in-
that.
Designed it in.
I don't know if we can.
Get a zoom on the bears. They're all
Yeah.
they're little teddy bears everywhere.
See, I'm short enough that I don't have that issue of hitting my head on the.
But I found it very hard because when it
That's
broke a
showing
thread,
or
it
not.
was real difficult to make sure I got it lined up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because the thread matches.
And you did this on your long arm,
I
right?
did
On
it
your
the-
QMP.
yeah,
Yep.
QMP 20 that we bought.
I have a pink one
Turn it-
ready to go too.
All right.
But, you get a bigger
Yep.
picture. And you can still see the bears on this side if you look at it. If
You
see it on
can.
both sides.
Yep.
That's one of the things what you got to realize. But when you do a stippling, it goes all the way through.
Sure does. That is gorgeous. Very nicely. Very nice. Oh, and here's. All right, Joanne, do you have something this morning? Nope. Okay, Nancy. And these were just a couple artificial leaves that Ellen had that she added just to dress the vase up a little bit. Close up. All right, what do we have today?
Well,
And you're wearing your hearts?
wearing my hearts, brought my heart bag. This was a little wall hanging that I did.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I love it. Is that a patchability?
A modified.
A modified patchability. That is beautiful. In the heart frame. And I'm going to put that on the overhead.
And I took Darlene's Exploding Heart class. And if you've never taken a class from Darlene, I highly recommend because she's a wealth of knowledge and most likely she's made it once or 10 times and you can always learn things. So I was very proud. I finished this within the month of January.
Right.
And before Valentine's.
Because it was a 3-part class that we had in January. Isn't that gorgeous? And that is the exploding heart. And you got your sewing mojo back, right? Yep.
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 It encouraged me to get going again. And because I felt possessed, I'm making a second one. And it's going to look the same. I wanted to make one for my daughter. And I thought, well, why am I giving everything away? I need to make one for myself. So,
That's awesome. I love even the little hanger on that's the hearts. I love it. Do you have one this morning? Okay. Do you have one?
Sue, who makes the cactus?
So I saw a pattern for bags that you could make. You start it with 2 circles. And so this is a gift for my quilter friend. And then for her birthday inside, I made a little salvage paper
And
set.
which was a Darlene tip that she had
Yeah.
shared with us. Yep.
And with pins. And this was a fat quarter that I got
Oh,
last time. With
yeah.
something. And then I stuck a little bookmark in there that I made.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do we want to put this under here, Mary, too? And then Steve can show it to our folks from home, just since they're a little bit smaller. That's a beautiful gift. Oh. There we go. Too far. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Mary. That's beautiful. And did you make your sweatshirt too?
yes, I did the sweatshirt too.
There's that for you. Beautiful. Sandy, did you have one this morning? Oh,
I got
Linda, I'm sorry. I didn't. I knew you were there too.
Yes, I brought history today.
History. Okay.
Okay. Been cleaning out my parents' house. And I have now gotten I don't know, somewhere between 13 and 15 old quilts. I don't know the history of all of them. I know my grandmother made quilts. So I'm assuming. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know what? It's
So this one has a quilt under it
Oh, wow.
So they put a new top on it. You can see there's a tear.
Oh, yeah.
It's pieced underneath.
So this new topper was obviously placed on top of that existing.
Yes, they used for the
And
batting.
Lisa, I'm going to have you help hold this up.
And so we'll
Which
look
way?
at the front.
Oh, what a beautiful piece of your family's history.
But the back is interesting because it's sugar sacks.
The sugar sacks.
Sugar sacks. You can still see labels on some of them. Through the thing, it's got. Well, here's one that's quite obvious.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
There we are.
So they use sugar sacks. So it's an old quilt inside with sugar sacks as a new backing and the new top. So that's one.
Oh wow.
Right. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So then
Thanks, Karen.
this one.
Oh wow.
Is done. And when we look at the back, okay, this one looks like it's tied. But when we look at the back, it's all been hand quilted. So a new top was put on an old quilt because that's all been hand quilted.
I would say it makes me think that it's again a new top on an old.
Yes.
So if you hold it up in the light, you can see the holes in the
Yes.
underquilt.
Yes. Yeah. So
Oh wow.
just cool things.
Wow. And it's when we're so carefully looking at these various fabrics and planning our next project, and we think back to what our ancestors and those before us.
And it's all old clothes.
It's old clothes.
Yes.
It's pieces of what they had.
Yes.
It's the flour sacks and the sugar sacks and the chicken feed sacks, and it was pulling together these small pieces into one large covering just to warm your family. So it's beautiful. Thank you, Linda.
I was playing with my digitizer, artistic digitizer. I just moved back to Northeast, and I had seen this, something similar to this on Pinterest.
Oh.
So I wanted to try and make it for myself.
And she stitched it where it has the 16428 zip code and then Northeast over that.
Yep.
And do you mind, Sandy, if we set that down?
Our zip code and then Northeast. Oh.
It's the zip code and Northeast written across that. That is absolutely beautiful. And Karen, did you bring something this morning? Why don't you come on up?
This is my first project for 2025, and I've wanted to do it for years. Had the material for years, had the pattern for years, and it's made with charm squares.
And those look like the Kansas Troubles.
Yes.
Yes.
I couldn't remember. but
Kansas
yes,
Troubles.
that's what
Yep.
it is. Lots of pockets inside. Fits my Bible for when I go to church. So I wanted to do that for so long and finally did it.
And finally did it. And do you
Yeah.
mind putting it on the whiteboard, and then Steve can get an overhead view on that too, so that folks at home can see. That's beautiful. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
And let me grab your ticket for you.
Could I have one for coming in too? I didn't get one.
Oh, absolutely. So that one's yours. And then here's your one for coming in.
Thanks. So I just put them in there.
Those are the two
Oh,
you
you
hang
got
on
them.
to. Yep, I've got your matching ones in the jar. And then I guess we'll go back to the back row next. Sherry, did you have something this morning? Trina?
I finished the casserole and the little net.
And that was the January club classes. And I'd asked if anybody had their casserole carrier for their Super Bowl party this weekend. That's what it is. She's ready.
I'm ready. Although I don't go as many.
It was a fun project.
You want me to put it in?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. And then Steve can grab the overhead shot.
That. And then this, I just finished this. This is for my brother.
Which way? There we go. I got the other. Oh, that turned out beautifully. And did you quote this in the hoop?
I did. It did it on my 15.
That is gorgeous.
And it's got little fishes for. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. I just love seeing everybody's creativity. And you've been working through making these gifts for your brothers.
For my brothers,
Because you had the one with the navy and.
Yep, I have 2 more yet. I've got another one laid out that I'm doing.
Oh,
They're getting older. He's 80, so we gotta get it to him.
got to get it to him. That's right. It's beautiful. Thank you. No, it's not. It's just a number. It's just a number. All right. Donna's making her way up. Right. I like that. I just heard the comment, age is just a number and mine is unlisted.
This is
That's
a
cute.
quilt that I made, my own, I made up the pattern and I cut every single one of these little squares out, sewed them separately together. They're not strips. And, yeah.
That is beautiful. And look at your quoting. I like that. Just a nice loose stipple that's not too hard to,
Right.
gives you a nice drape.
used A border to border, what is edge to edge.
An edged edge in your hoop.
Yeah.
Yep. That is beautiful.
That's the back.
And there's the back of that and sashed in between each. That is gorgeous. Here, let's get your ticket. Thank you. Betty, do you have anything this morning? Okay, Madge? Okay, yeah, Amy will bring it up and then you can talk about it.
For Christmas, I made hot pads.
Oh,
I made about 10 of them and gave them all away. And so in January, in February, once the ice in the winter weather, I made myself one.
oh, that's beautiful. And for those from home who couldn't hear, she's made some hot pads for Christmas gifts, and she recently made one for herself with all the ice. She was able to.
Squares, and then there's the Kimberbell. Probably 8 years ago, padded. It's an embroidery top, but that's just sewn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And I don't know if she has that on the overhead. Did we get it? Yeah. That is beautiful.
I went ahead and made a really big one for Amy, and just something that I came up with are these like cord keepers.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bigger one, and the cord keepers I had seen you made like a tube and turned it and then did all that. What I did was just Wonder Under or Heat and Bond. So I put 2 pieces of fabric together, pinky it out, put my ties or my
Little snaps.
little snaps on, and you have a cord keeper. Make them any size. You can do a whole big piece and then just take a rotary.
And those are so handy. Yeah. That's a great idea with the longer strip and just subcutting it down. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Madge. And then Amy?
Well, I have been just doing weird things. So I created a ruler bag because I had a stripology ruler and I go to weekend sew, and those are hard to transport. So I found one that was for a small ruler, and then I kind of designed my own pattern to go along. But it's really nice. It opens flat. I did this that has a canvas and then fusible fleece. And then I used flannel for the inside so that when the rulers rub on it, it doesn't take your markings off. And so the stripology ruler fits in there. I have, the big 24-inch ruler. And then on the other side, some of the smaller rulers.
Yeah. And you were so proud of yourself for getting it done, too.
I know I got done.
Yep.
Yeah. And the other project that I actually got done, because I come in here all the time and I'm like, I'm going to get fabric and do this. And then it never ends up coming to fruition. Was a blue jean bag that I made out of recycled blue jean. It was super easy to make. You use the legs and then the back pockets to create the bag. I use the canvas that is out there at the store or the straps, and then I put a pocket on the inside. But yeah, it's super cute. And you have some like places for your cell phone on the outside. So
Is there a pattern for that?
it was a YouTube video. And so it's very easy. It's not very exact, which because it works out in the end, because you just kind of square it off at the end. And so you just use scissors. They shouldn't even use a rotary cutter and like a marking pencil. And
Yeah.
it's very flexible.
And I'm sure, like, if you have a pair of size 2 jeans or a pair of size 20, you're going to get a different size bag.
Yeah.
And so what Amy did, instead of sacrificing a pair of her own blue jeans, she went to the thrift store and you paid, what, $2? Yeah.
$2 at the thrift store.
$2 for the pair of jeans that she used. So you could go and purchase any size that works to the size of bag that you want.
Right. Because unfortunately, we went through that skinny jean phase.
Oh, yep.
So you don't have enough leg to make the bags.
Yeah, so you need a wider leg.
Now we're back to wider legs.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
But those are awesome. Thank you. And then I have your mom's ticket as well. And there we go.
Thank you.
All right. And then did you have anything this morning?
I made a quilt for myself.
Woo! And none of us make quilts for ourselves, do we? We always make them for somebody else.
Okay, so this is the top.
This is the top here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's
No, it's not.
This is a pattern our quilt guild. We have made many, many quilts with using this pattern. We
Oh,
call
is
it
that gorgeous?
Monique.
Monique.
What it really is.
It reminds me a lot of the BQ2. Yep. Darlene had done a class on the BQ2, and it's very similar, a little different, but very similar. We do have the BQ2. Yep. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful.
And I love the starflower Christmas fabric. So that's what.
Yeah, they're very unique and different and not your typical. Oh, and I love the piece back too.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You got all the pieces? Yep. And I'll grab your ticket for you. That is beautiful. I'm like, which jar do I put it in? And did you have one this morning?
No, today's
okay.
my first day. I wasn't sure which.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, next time. Bring one next time. And Karen, did you have one this morning?
Well, it's knitting. It's not.
That's okay.
I didn't get my sewing projects done yet. Didn't get any sewing projects done, but I got this towel, knitted towel.
Can you pass this back to Nancy? Oh, is that beautiful? And is this one of those mystery sampler things that you and Ellen were looking at doing?
It wasn't a mystery.
That one wasn't one of the mysteries.
No.
Oh, is that gorgeous?
Pardon? It's a cowl. You put
It's
it
like
on
a-
over your head and it goes around your neck.
Towel. I
Yeah.
thought you said towel.
Oh, now,
towel. It goes
see,
kind of
cow.
like that.
Yeah. That is gorgeous. And the stitching is exquisite. Let's put that one under the overhead. Just so that folks can see. She knit that.
Crochet.
Oh, crochet.
No,
Yeah,
that-
nope,
that's
that was
knitted.
knit.
That's knitted.
That was knit. And each one of these colors
It's a different.
is a
pattern.
different stitch pattern. There we go. Gorgeous. All right. Thank you, Karen. And let me grab your ticket for you. Oh, no. Work that back in.
Yeah.
Yarn's forgiving.
Thank you.
All right. So I think that concludes our show and tell. I again remain just absolutely inspired by everybody's projects because the creativity is amazing. Before we wrap up for the day, I just wanted to show you guys a couple more things. We got in a new 3-yard quilt book, and this one is double focus. So a lot of us have a lot of the 3-yard books. They're great, quick little projects. So this is the newest, latest, greatest that we got in from that. And then when like Amy was talking about her bag with the rulers and traveling. We got in these magnetic pin cups. They're made by the Gypsy Quilter. There's large and small, and it looks like a little flower. There is a lid on it that unscrews, and it holds all of your pins upright, which is pretty nice. And then you can just put the lid on it, throw it in your bag, and take it with you. And the small size holds just shorter and less pins. They work exactly the same, but kind of pass that around real quick for everybody to see. But I was excited about the possibility of how portable and easy those are to go with us. So I just wanted to show those last couple items. Does anybody else have anything that they want to share? All right, well, we thank you guys again for another fun and informative Super Stitch Social, and let's take advantage of some of these sales, starting with the 25% off fabrics and seeing what else we have up our sleeves while the bosses are away. And we wish Ann and Rick a much deserved, much relaxing time on their trip and enjoying some sunshine. They are in Mexico. They are in Mexico, where it's in the mid 80s and sunshine and not the cold that we have here in Northeast Pennsylvania. All right, until next month. Oh, we need to do the prize drawing. Oh my goodness. Thank you. All right, what we're doing for the prize drawing this morning, both our online and in-store guest will get one more red fat quarter for the Valentine's theme. And one of these says sewn with love. The other one says quilt more love, because they felt Valentine-y to me. They're just a little pocket notepad made by Moda, and they have a little quilt motif on the cover, and the way that they're made, they're great to just drop in your purse without the pages getting wrinkled. So let's run the online one first. And again, the keyword for those joining us from home was love. So let's hurry up and get that comment love typed in real quick as Steve gets the generator running. And here we go. And it's running through all the names. Okay, Glenn, you're in store. Come on. There you go. All right. Let's run it one more time for the online. Yep, draw again. Because Glenn was in store, we'll count that as the in-store drawing, and I'll grab one more. We'll put one more together. All right, Denise Miller. So Denise, we'll put yours with your repair that's in and your service that's in, and we'll get that to you when you get that picked up. And then I will grab another notebook and fat quarter. And it looks like the gals are both busy. Do you want to, since it's your first time, why don't you come on up and draw?
Okay.
And we'll draw for the... There we go. Okay, and our winner this morning for our in-store drawing is 774949. And it's Mary Ellen. So I will grab your notebook and fat quarter. All right. All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you for all the classes and the events. Okay. And then let me know.